You trust what you buy. Not blindly, but enough to believe that what's written on the label still has some connection to what's inside, and that assumption is exactly where things start to break. Because right now, across American grocery stores, something fundamental has shifted. Products didn't disappear, they didn't suddenly get banned or recalled. They were replaced quietly, gradually, and in many cases, almost perfectly. That's what makes this so hard to see. Nothing looks wrong, the shelves are still full, the packaging still looks familiar, prices feel just normal enough to accept, but the product itself, the thing you're actually eating, has changed. And once you start noticing how often this happens, you realize it's not a coincidence, it's a system. Start with olive oil, one of the most trusted staples in any kitchen, simple, pure, or at least that is the assumption. In reality, a large portion of olive oil sold in the United States is diluted with cheaper oils like soybean or sunflower. Sometimes it is not even fresh oil at all, but oxidized batches that have been chemically treated to remove smell and flavor, then relabeled as extra virgin. The bottle still looks premium, the label still signals quality, but what you are pouring often is not what you think. Honey follows the same pattern, just in a different form. Real honey crystallizes. That is not a flaw, that is a biological signal. But most bottles on store shelves stay perfectly clear for years. Why? Because they have been ultra-filtered or stretched with rice syrup or high fructose corn syrup. Once the pollen is removed, there is no way to trace where it came from. That opens the door for imported honey, sometimes even banned elsewhere, to enter the market undetected. It still says honey, but functionally, it is something else. Maple syrup is another example that sounds small until you really think about it. Real maple syrup is limited, expensive, and difficult to produce. Yet Americans consume hundreds of millions of gallons every year. That gap does not fix itself. It is filled with imitation, corn syrup, caramel coloring, and artificial flavoring designed to mimic the taste. It is cheaper, it is consistent, and for most people, it is close enough to never question. Then there's cheese. Those individually wrapped slices in your fridge aren't even legally allowed to be called cheese. That's why the packaging says cheese product, because often only about half of it is real cheese. The rest is emulsifiers, oils, and stabilizers designed to create a perfectly uniform texture that melts the same way every time. It's predictable, it's convenient, but it is no longer the same thing. Pre-shredded cheese takes it a step further. It's coated in cellulose, plant fiber that prevents clumping. That sounds harmless until you realize it also changes how the cheese melts and reduces the amount of actual cheese you're getting per serving. You're paying for cheese, but part of what you're buying is anti-caking filler. Whipped topping is where the illusion becomes almost complete. It looks like cream and it behaves like cream. Historically, it did not contain any cream at all. It contains water, hydrogenated oils, and corn syrup. It is engineered to stay stable for weeks, while real whipped cream collapses within hours. Because real food changes, it breaks down. When something resists that completely, it has been redesigned. Imitation crab is another one people rarely question. It's everywhere: sushi, salads, buffets. It looks convincing, tastes familiar, but it's not crab. It's processed white fish paste mixed with starch, sugar, and artificial flavoring. The texture is engineered and the color is added. The entire product exists to replace something more expensive with something more scalable. White tuna in restaurants often is not actually tuna. In many cases, it is a completely different fish, sold under a familiar name. Why is that? Because real tuna costs more, and most people will not notice the difference until something feels off after eating it. Blueberries and muffins follow the same logic of substitution. Those bright blue pieces that never lose their color are often not blueberries at all. They are made from sugar, starch, and dye to look like fruit and to survive baking. Real berries do not behave that way, so they get replaced. Strawberry yogurt works the same way. The color is often artificial. The flavor comes from synthetic compounds. The actual fruit content is minimal, but visually and psychologically, it checks every box your brain associates with healthy. Vanilla might be one of the most extreme cases. Real vanilla is expensive and slow to produce, so most products use synthetic vanilla created through industrial processes. It mimics the flavor and it removes everything that made it complex and natural in the first place. Truffle oil sounds luxurious, but almost always contains no real truffle. The flavor comes from a single synthetic compound designed to imitate the aroma. It is cheaper, easier to scale, and consistent, but it is not what the label suggests. Chocolate coatings on snacks often aren't chocolate either. Real chocolate requires cocoa butter. Many products replace it with cheaper vegetable fats. The texture changes, the way it melts changes, but visually it still passes. Bacon bits are often made from SOI, flavored and colored to resemble real meat. They are shelf-stable, uniform, and far removed from actual bacon. Bread has changed in ways most people overlook. Long ingredient lists, added sugars, preservatives, dough conditioners. Some loaves are engineered to last weeks without mold. That is not normal for real bread, that is design. Deli meat is often restructured. It is broken down, mixed with water and additives, then formed back into shape. It looks solid, but part of what you're paying for is water weight. Fruit juice cocktails can legally contain as little as 10% real juice. The rest is sugar, water, and additives. Yet the packaging still signals fruit, health, and freshness. Bottled water feels like the safest choice. A large portion comes from municipal sources, filtered and repackaged, and then sold back at a premium. The difference is branding, not origin. Non-dairy creamer contains no cream. Instead, it's made from corn syrup solids, oils, and additives. Yet it sits right next to dairy products, reinforcing the illusion. Instant mashed potatoes lose most of their nutrients during processing. What remains is starch, rebuilt with additives to recreate texture and flavor. Protein powders can be inflated with cheap amino acids to boost the listed protein numbers without delivering real nutritional value. Many store-bought guacamole products contain barely any avocado. Instead of mashed fruit, manufacturers often use vegetable oil, starches, water, and preservatives, then add lime or lemon flavor and green food coloring to mimic the real thing. The result is a creamy spread that looks right, but is low on real avocado and high on fillers. If you want authentic guacamole, check the ingredient list or make it yourself. Margarine is often marketed as healthier. In reality, it is heavily processed. Grill marks painted onto frozen burgers to simulate cooking that never happened. That's 25, and here's the part most people miss. None of these changes happened overnight. They were introduced slowly, one adjustment at a time, a cheaper ingredient here, a stabilizer there, a small substitution that didn't seem worth questioning, until eventually the product stopped being what it originally was. If you've watched this far, you're already seeing something most people don't. And that awareness matters. If you want more breakdowns like this, a quick subscribe really helps, because when you step back, the pattern becomes impossible to ignore. The goal's no longer just to sell food, it's to sell something that looks like food, lasts longer than food, and costs less than food to produce. And when those priorities take over, authenticity becomes optional. So the real question isn't whether one product is fake, it's how much of your entire diet has been quietly replaced without you ever realizing it. Let me know what shocked you most. Thanks for watching, and if you want to keep understanding how everyday life in America is quietly changing, subscribing genuinely helps this channel grow.